Oh my God, guys, pack it in right now. Okay, we've all been wrong over the past 24 hours. The people that just jumped to Russell Brand's defense, we don't know because Katy Perry, she's got the insight, right? Somebody who's in another marriage who had nothing bad to say about Russell Brand during their time together. She knows. Actually, she hinted that she knew the real truth about ex-Russell Brand for years before all of the abuse claims came out, just like all of the abuse claims were known apparently years ago. I mean, come on, man. Like, this has been taking up a disproportionate amount of time in my head right now, just me going back and forth going, why now? Why him? And why are they running with the same playbook that is just so easily discredited? This is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so Channel 4, who ended up launching the documentary that was out there, and BBC, and all the police, and the police all launched probes into Russell Brand, his accusations, and his big scandal as the celebrity friends start distancing themselves in the wake of allegations. Which celebrity friends? Like, he's already kind of distanced himself based on his own opinions that he has fomented over the past few years. Just by simple virtue of pushing against the mainstream narrative, he's kind of done that naturally. So the people that have already been distanced because he had the audacity to question Big Pharma's hegemonic control of the media, the government's tyrannical overreach. I don't know what new revelations you're going to find with all of those people just distancing themselves because they don't want to get caught up in the big cancel culture cloud. But bro, how many times do we have to see this play out over and over and over again? This is just another name to add to the list of people who got too influential, too powerful, and were getting a little bit too close to the truth. Channel 4, BBC, and the police have all launched probes into Russell Brand's behavior in light of the allegations as friends of the comedian begin to distance themselves from him. The Metropolitan Police have begun inquiries into allegations of sexual or SA published yesterday in the Sunday Times and on Channel 4's Dispatches. The show saw multiple women accusing him of abusive and predatory behavior between the years of 2006 and 2013. Nothing before, nothing since. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I just talked about the Lauren Boebert situation. I talked about it very briefly, but, she was the TradCon vision, right? You know, hooked up with somebody right out of high school. They were each their first loves, and then, after somebody gets a certain amount of clout, she just decides to, go ahead and bust all of that stuff up. So any of those guardrails that you think they're in place in order to just have that 1950s visage of a white picket fence, 2.5 children, a dog, and 2 vehicles in the garage. There is no easy way through this. You have to adapt to 2023 because there is very few things that you can do in order to protect yourself. Okay? Yeah, Russell Brand had a past. Okay? He was running through chicks like they were finish line banners and he's Usain Bolt. Nobody had a bad word to say all of these years until all of a sudden these 5 women with their evidence start coming forward. So you could be 100% consensual with all of your partners. You could take all of the precautions in the world. Somebody else who has done the exact same thing and has also had to dispel several allegations, Myron from Fresh and Fit. There's like a 7-hour-long podcast or a live stream from about a year ago when stupid fat ass Ethan Klein of the H3 podcast brought on some chick making some less than credible accusations, and then Myron runs through everything like the fucking former Fed that he is, in precise detail, breaking all of this shit down. You don't even have to do anything untoward in order to elicit these types of attacks. All you have to do is just get a little bit too close to the target, and then all of a sudden these accusations start coming out. So instead of just telling guys that, you just need to man up and you're just going to start to manifest all of the good girls that are around you, you could just pick them from there. Nah, bro. You get too successful in today's day and age, then these accusations just simply materialize. That has always been the case, but here's the perfect example. Nobody had a crossword to say about Russell Brand outside of maybe his performances. Maybe some of his ideas weren't your cup of tea, but those are things that you could disagree with him on. These paper-thin accusations that fall apart under just your simple eyes, which we're going to show very shortly, is just another in a long string of attempts to just shut people up and just simply fully accept the government line. Metropolitan Police started inquiries, Channel 4, as well, and all that stuff. Officers have spoken to the Sunday Times following the report. Yeah, because none of these chicks, remember, actually went to the police in order to allege anything untoward happened to them. But no, they decided to run to a television station in order to have actors portray their stories that were just so bad that they kept to themselves for over a decade in most of their cases. Met Police intends to further speak with the newspaper and broadcaster in a bid to ensure that the victims of the crimes have spoken. Oh my God, just the way that they already present this. The victims of the crimes. What crimes? Are you going to speak to Russell Brand for having his reputation already irreparably tarnished? Because all it takes are the allegations, okay? Because, yeah, they could go out in there and obviously be proven to be 1000% untrue. These are complete and total fabrications by a bunch of bitches trying to seek some clout. Trying to tear down somebody at the behest of somebody who wants to have them taken down. That's why they get to be anonymous, but Russell Brand gets to be drugged through this shit. The damage has already been done. Whenever these accusations come out, they immediately just get tarnished and painted with that brush going forward. Bonage UK, what is that? Which produced Big Brother's E-Forum and Big Brother's Big Mouth. What? Okay. In the early 2000s, those just, I think they're titles of things, I'm not too sure. Revealed it also has launched an urgent investigation. So shows from the early 2000s, okay? The very serious allegations that former staff who worked alongside Brand when he hosted the programs between 04 and 06. Ex-staffers have claimed that Brand got them to act like pimps by getting the numbers of women in the audience and passing notes to them from the presenter. Oh my God. Unfucking believable. He had his PAs go and reach out to chicks in the audience. Wow. Okay. And Brand, who has denied all the allegations and insists any relationships were consensual, was dropped by a charity working to end violence against women in light of the accusations because, of course, man. So, okay, I want to get into some of the evidence, because what do they have on Russell Brand? Maybe I'm completely wrong by just immediately jumping to somebody's defense as somebody who has covered multiple dozens of different MeToo allegations and all of them kind of ending up the exact same way. So, just using simple pattern recognition. This could be the one, though. This could be the exception that is absolutely true. Could be heinous if true, but I mean, come on. You completely broke me down. Russell Brand accuser reveals the letter she wrote to the comedian. Okay. After he allegedly against the wall in his Los Angeles home, and adds he's saying one thing, but I know the demon underneath it. Yeah, and this is something from 2012. 14 years ago. All right. A woman who alleged she was by Russell Brand against the wall in Los Angeles home wrote a letter to the comedian telling him, "You completely broke me down. Did you send it to him? Did you send it to the police?" No, because they had to launch independent investigations. All right then. The alleged attack and won multiple claims from women accusing him of abusive and predatory behavior, including all of the stuff that you've known to come and love in regards to these types of affairs: grape, essay, and emotional damage between 2006 and 2013. The businesswoman, of course. What do you think? Is she in a happy relationship, or is she in a happy relationship with her favorite box of wine and multiple cats? Just go ahead and let you decide on that one. Who told the Times, who the Times have called Nadia to protect her identity, which I hate vociferously, because these bitches can just go ahead and, but with no harm to themselves, can go ahead and just launch these slanderous allegations out there with absolutely zero responsibility as to their authenticity. Fuck you. Told the publication she was speaking out after being enraged. He has cultivated a new image. Oh, there it is, as a wellness influencer, when I know the demon underneath. Yeah, of course, now when he has a bigger platform, arguably, than he ever had before, now I gotta reach out with my fucking fantasies. It's kind of like Jean Carroll as well. You remember, that was the accuser who waited, 30 years in order to come up with her accusations against Trump. Had to write a book about it first and then take it to trial after nobody cared. She claims that she only became triggered. Oh, I'm sorry. This is important as well, because this is just so fucking ridiculous. Nadia, who alleges a Brand, yes, without a bag, okay. When she went to his LA home in 2012. Wow, Interesting. So this kind of also sets the scene for the text messages that we're going to take a look at as well. Said she wrote the star a letter to him after contemplating and ultimately deciding against criminal or civil proceedings. Yeah, probably because, well, there was nothing there to it. She claimed that she became triggered after seeing Brand star closing ceremonies at the London Olympics in 20... Oh my God. So you were sad. One of the biggest UK stars in 2012 was at the Olympics. Like, the fuck are you doing? Okay, obviously. And why were you at his house again? Oh, right. He drug you there. He threw you in the basement. He chained you up and all that stuff. And he started beating you with a radiator hose. Yeah, okay, sure. You went there to fuck a star. Okay? And because you didn't get anything after it, you decided to jot it down in your journal. You weren't taken as seriously as Katy Perry. You weren't taking as seriously as his current wife. Like, just fucking stop all of this shit, man. And then especially, yeah, this is what really fucking pissed me off. You want to talk about get me triggered or something like that? Yeah, you got Nadia, portrayed by an actor. Didn't even have the gall to go down there to the set and just simply decided to, I'll just drop off these allegations. We'll just go ahead and ruin somebody's life because, well, I just need a little bit of clout. And I heard you guys were doing something on Russell Brand because he's really popping off over there on Rumble. But for all of the fucking brainlet intelligentsia that are out there, Nate the lawyer, he's a pretty decent YouTuber that's out there, okay? He's been on every side of the legal and criminal process in the great state of New York as a prosecutor, as a defense attorney, hell, even as a member of the NYPD. And he is known for having some horrific fucking takes when it comes to stuff. Calling the obvious correct, but being just generally blinded by TDS. And of course, he's quote tweeting somebody who, yeah, was very, very, very loud about being on the pro Johnny Depp bandwagon. That Andy Signor, what was that, Popcorn Planet or some shit like that? I think that's what it says over there. Yeah, popcorn, yeah, all of that shit. You know, he popped off big during that time. But he obviously doesn't understand history at all, given the fact that, well, let's just go ahead and take a look because, okay, Nate the lawyer, I looked at the evidence. Here's the evidence, which we'll look at. Now, it looks really bad for Russell Brand. It looks really bad, bro. A grape kit. Oh, really? Because that would require police intervention, and now the police have to go ahead and launch a probe into the allegations that are just now coming to light. Oh, okay. Interesting. Keep that in mind. Verified text messages. How the fuck do you verify that? Okay, that's an excerpt from the locked off or paywalled Times article, by the way. But yeah, no, bro, trust me, it's been verified. That's definitely one of Russell Brand's numbers. Trust me, bro. And all of it, you read it. Oh, okay, cool. I bet we're probably going to come to the same conclusion because it's definitely not two different ways to read this. It's wild how many accepted the Russell Brand conspiracy theory before even seeing one allegation. Now it's out and one alleged shares of the text and took a kit after. But folks go with, why didn't she press charges after already questioning Danny Masterson's guilty conviction? Yes, because we know throughout history, the legal process has always gotten things right, you fat fucking retard. No, okay, here are the verified text messages. I'm sorry that I was crazy and selfish. I hope that you can forgive me. I know that you're a lovely person. X. Okay, is that supposed to be from Russell Brand? Maybe. We'll go with it. We'll go with that. Okay, and then we got somebody with really good grammar right here. This is Nadia, right? The actress portraying Nadia, or the actress who's eliciting these accusations. You scared the shit out of me. You're right. I am a lovely person. And for you to take advantage of me like this is unacceptable. So this is a very rational conversation somebody's having after they've alleged that they've just been, thrown up against a wall against their will without a bag. You have a problem. You need help. It's dangerous that you think you can get your own way all the time. Do you know how scary you are when when that glaze look comes over you, when a girl say no, and then the text starts to get fuzzy all of a sudden halfway down? Oh, interesting. These definitely aren't edited at all. No, it means no. Do I have to get myself tested last. Wouldn't that would be taken care of if there was a grape kit involved. Oh, okay, interesting. Last time you asked me condom or no condom. And she probably went bagless because he's a star, and she was hoping that she was going to get one to slip past the goalie. But unfortunately, she had to come back for secondsies. And because he's like, nah, I ain't gonna, you're a lovely person and all, but don't bother coming back. And then she goes on this fucking, paragraphs long diatribe. Interesting. When I say condom, that doesn't mean it optional. You don't have the best reputation. I pride myself on being safe. That's why you need him to wear a bag, because you're not looking after. Oh, okay, cool. Everything's all external here. Okay, you're the bad guy in this situation at all. We fucked and you didn't wear a bag this time, and then all of a sudden, oh, you're the bad person in this one. You didn't stop or anything like that. You didn't decide, no, it's time to go, because you're not saying anything like that. Okay. I pride myself on being safe and trying to make the right decisions. Obviously, this was a bad one. I'm so disappointed. I'm very sorry. You don't need to get tested. I will make this up somehow, with live-in kindness. Okay. Not my original idea, which was, more sex. Yeah, no, he was using, bitch, you were a side piece. Okay. Like, this is how this one reads right here. Okay. You were just a fuck and Chuck type situation, and well, outlived your usefulness, and you just thought you could get one last one in there and then retroactively retract your consent. That's what this one reads like. As somebody who's read shit like this a lot before, not firsthand or anything like that. Don't try to read anything into it. I'm just saying, man, I've seen this shit before. Somebody was trying to get theirs on the way out, but it didn't end up working. That's why you had to hold on to this stuff for 10 plus fucking years until you could get a network to just corroborate a bunch of, very oddly timed accusations. Just wondering, man. Anyways, the rest of this, you've been lovely to me, and I'm embarrassed by my behavior. Sorry. Will you ever forgive me? I'd imagine this probably continues to go on in some form or fashion. And yeah, no, definitely. You take a look at the fuzziness of some of this stuff as well. It's obviously the same person, but why? Why couldn't you just get a screen share? Why couldn't you just get something that looks a little bit more professional, or did you have to piece some shit together? I'm just wondering, man, because as people have pointed out, why does this look photoshopped? Yeah, exactly. As people have pointed it out, it also doesn't prove who sent that the profile is gone. Yeah, it literally could be anyone. Yeah, and that's another thing right there up at the top. It's just, oh my god, see, this is definitely from an iPhone. Oh, it's definitely somebody. Okay, this could be you and a burner phone going back and forth. I don't know. Nobody knows. And that's why the people who have also been hit with these type of allegations, other than, oh, we heard that maybe Katy Perry knows the truth. She would know, right? You have Elon Musk, Andrew Tate, Tucker Carlson support Russell Brand after sex assault claims, because, yeah, those are the people that have gone through them all. Tucker Carlson, oh, that was one of the big things. Oh, he was a misogynist behind the scenes at Fox News, and he just had to be pushed to the side because there was one former booker that was there that they never actually met in person or anything like that, who he made feel uncomfortable. That's why you should never work with women. And then Andrew Tate, well, we already know that situation. That one completely and totally made up, which I've done couple of videos specifically on one of the accusers, which is shout out to the person who reached out to me for providing the inside information on Emma Ida Gabby, which ended up getting corroborated by one of Tate's main lawyers stateside, who was just on FNF breaking down even more information into her philanderous past. And then Elon Musk, yeah, of course. Remember how that big story ended up popping off? And he was actually the one who handled this reasonably well in the grand scheme of things. But there were all of those masseuses that ended up coming out. And also Deshaun Watson, this one totally fits as well. Oh no, he liked to get yacked off in a plane at 30,000 feet or some shit like that. And then he just came out and was like, oh, okay, cool. I got a birthmark on my butt cheek. I forget specifically what he said or something like that. You go ahead and identify it, and you can, I'll go ahead and pay all of your legal fees. And then completely gone all of a sudden. Fucking weird. Until, the ADL gets their yarmulke in a bunch. The bobby pins ends up starting to poke their heads. And then now he's a racist, sexist, misogynist all over again. Funny. Big fucking funny when it comes to this stuff. Let's see what the boys are talking about. Musk, Tate, and Carlson led the charge in supporting Russell Brand in the wake of the bombshell expose alleging all of those horrible things. Of course, they don't like competition, Musk wrote in response to Brand's video suggesting he's targeted as part of a coordinated media attack from his right-wing criticism of the media, which he details on his podcast Stay Free. Social media influencer Andrew Tate, who is awaiting trial in Romania. And yeah, all of that evidence. Ooh, buddy, if you think that this Russell Brand information is thin, take a look at the Andrew Tate stuff. Also threw support behind Brand on the platform. Welcome to the club, Tate said to Brand, along with an image of a cartoon knight in the caption, on my way to fight the crazy bitch allegations. Exactly. Major attack, he wrote on another post. Political commentator Carlson piled on, writing, criticize the drug companies, question the war in Ukraine, and you can be pretty sure this is going to happen. Exactly. All three men backed Brand, and well, actually, a lot of people are backing Brand, but not the media, man, because he was one of theirs. He was so firmly on the left until he started to question the narrative, and then all of a sudden, central casting, we're going to need some bitches. Don't need the faces or anything like that. We just need a couple of out-of-work writers because, writer strike going on right now. Come up with some crazy-ass stories, and we'll run them in an expose, like 90 minutes. Just get some of those bitches to just come with some wild shit. I don't know, when was he really popping? 2006, 2013? Just pick a time. They don't all need to like make sense or anything like that. You just you come up with something, you bring you on set, and whoever has the best story ends up winning. Unfucking believable, man. And this shit will continue to go on in perpetuity until some consequences befall these lion-ass trifling bitches. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.